Chord of the day. Let's do E9. First of all, let's remember and review the formula for a major chord. Major chord is root third fifth. We're going to base it off of an E major scale on the first string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5 is major. E, G sharp, and B. That's important. Now if we want to make E9 is very closely related to an E7, a dominant 7. A ninth would be a substitution if you want to just kind of dress up your song a little bit, change an E7 to an E9. So let's figure out what an E7 is. Yikes. That D is your flatted 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, flat it. There it is, the D. The seventh would be D sharp in a major scale, but we want the D. Sounds pretty cool. The ninth is beyond the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That'd be F sharp. I'm going to suggest that we want to play a higher F sharp, a lower F sharp. We might call that a second interval. So a ninth and a seventh would both be F sharps, but the ninth, we'll pick a higher one. All right, so let's do that formula again, then we'll get into making the chord. 0, 4, 7, 10, 14 for fret numbers. All right, let's go down here and construct a chord. Here's our E major, start there. A ninth chord is a major chord because we've got our major third, the G sharp. So here we have E, B, E, G sharp, B, E. If we drop off the ring finger, there's our D we need to make it dominant 7. Cool. For the F sharp, I'm going to choose first string, second fret. I think that will work as our ninth. Let's check it out. Cool. It's got kind of a relaxed, kind of a rich sound. It's got kind of a sophistication. So it's like a dressed up E7. If you want to make it sound a little more fancy, try a ninth chord. So I'm going to try to get my pinky on the second string to add another D in there to make it kind of, I want to hear that dominant 7. So I'll see, this is kind of tricky. You really have to arch your fingers around. You can't let them roll this way because they'll knock out the neighboring strings. So let's see if I can get those to ring out. Okay. That's a start. Now I've got a few other inversions. Really the first thing I think of when I think of E9 is like this. And it's hard not to do something like this. Something like, it's a movable chord and it's really good for funk style. A little bit of disco, funk, whatever you call that, James Brown. Just having fun. Or you could play it in blues or jazz or rock and roll. So let's check out this weird shape. This is like a E, G sharp, D, F sharp, B. E with the middle finger, 7th fret, 5th string. That's always the first thing I do is identify the root note and find it quickly. So you really got to be working on that for sure. All right, thanks. Here's a G sharp with your pointer finger. 7th fret, 6th fret, middle index. Root in the 3rd. Very cool, cool. Now let's add the ring finger on the 3rd string, 7th fret, the D. So that I love that little triangle shape. It's a movable shape, in case you didn't notice. All right, so again, that's a root, 3rd, and flatted 7. I would call that an E7 chord, especially if you hit all 6. Or just those 3. Or any combination. It's pretty much an E7. Now, the 9th. You could just take your pinky and put it on the 9th. It's a possibility, but I don't really. As your main chord, I would recommend laying the ring finger flat. Alright, let's go back to where we were. Again, that's an E, G sharp, D, F sharp. Now, uh-oh, here comes the cat. Let's try, take the ring finger, lay it flat across 3 strings of the 7th fret. That's really kind of an E9 chord. You could just go. Just 3 strings. That's probably pretty common. So you can start there with your ring finger and we'll kind of construct it backwards. Bring in index on the 4th string, 6th fret, the G sharp. That's our major 3rd. That's pretty cool. There's no root, but it's alright. Sometimes you can leave out a root or a 5th, and you don't care. It's alright. I mean, because, you know, assuming it's implied there might be a keyboard or a bass or another guitar or horns or woodwinds, other strings playing that root note or vocals or something. Alright, so G sharp, D, F sharp, B. 3rd, flatted 7, 9, and 5th. Alright, now I realize that may be a strange position for your fingers, but take a little break, come back, maybe just examine them one at a time. Use different fingers, but eventually I'm gonna recommend you stick with what I'm saying here. Alright. Could take a while. This chord can really frustrate people. Alright, let's take the middle finger to the root, which is 5th string, 7th fret. Cool, man. And remember, this chord can slide. I don't know why, it just has that nice slippery feeling. Alright, so there's at least 2 9th chords. I could make a whole bunch of them up, but let's just kind of keep it simple. Here's one my guitar teacher, Eddie, showed me. And I'll see him in May. We're going to hang out and party. Okay, so that's 12, 11, 9, 12, or a D, F sharp. Wait a minute, is it? No, yeah, D, F sharp, G sharp, E. Cool, man. Yeah, I always... Thanks, Eddie, for showing me that cool chord, man. So that's 12, 11, 9, 12. Let's compare. That might be a good exercise, is practice going from one to the other to the other. Now, I'm going to try to get out of here without talking all day. Sometimes I'll play them like this. Or... there you go. Oops, is that it? No. Good. So, yeah, man, remember one thing about it. It's a root 3rd, 5th, flatted 7, and a 9. E, G sharp, B, D, and F sharp. That's the truth. You got to know your notes. Otherwise, nothing's really going to make sense on guitar. So make sure you're working on the names of the notes up and down the neck. You can find them quickly without having to, you know, stammer, stutter, stumble. I never do that. All right. Well, here's my book from 2024 I wrote. about the metal world. No, it's just a notebook. So I do some journaling and write out songs and draw stuff. All right. Well, there you go. There's chord of the day, E9. I hope that wasn't too irritating. Thanks for all the nice comments and stopping by. Keeping in touch. Let me know what you're up to. If you have any requests for different videos, let me know. If it's something that's within my capability, I'll try my best. If it's way too far out for me, I'm sure you can find somebody else that will do it. So thank you. We'll see you.